What's up, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, 24-hour day back from the break. Remember, you all can follow and subscribe to the KBR Sports Podcast by going on Rabble TV, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. That way, you all be notified whenever the KBR Sports Podcast is posted and whenever it's streaming live by following Spreakers and specifically. Also, don't forget to follow the KBR Sports Twitter page at KBR_sports with a live link and show topics are tweeted prior to every single show. And don't forget that you can comment and like and make sure you pitch your show topics to us so that we can discuss your show or whatever your topics that you want to hear discussed on the show, or to express your opinions on any show topic that may have been discussed during the KBR Sports Podcast. All right, so the Memphis Grizzlies have decided to part ways with head coach David Fizdale, sorry. And this happens after the Memphis Grizzlies dropped to 7-12 following their loss to the Nets. And this includes a streak of 8 straight losses for the Grizzlies after starting at 7-4 on the season. Assistant head coach JB Bickerstaff will step in for Fizdale and take over head coaching responsibilities. But this comes as a surprise after Fizdale essentially was known for his quote about take that for data, and we're not going to be punked. And in last year's playoffs against the San Antonio Spurs, and in his time with the Grizzlies, Fizdale was 50-51 in 2 seasons. He had a 5.24 win percentage last season. He was 7th in the West, and then this season it wasn't looking great. But granted, you have to look at things in context. He had a lot of guys injured. More notably, Mike Conley has been out with an Achilles injury, and then Chandler Parsons has also been out. He's lost a lot of his guys to injury. So now this win percentage this season was 36.8, 12th in the West. So and the current win streak that the Grizzlies are on is the longest dating back to 2008-2009. And so when you look at it, the organization said after a thorough evaluation, I decided a change of course was necessary to move forward and provide the team and organization its best chance at success this season and beyond, per General Manager Chris Wallace said in a statement per ESPN. It's one of those things that you kind of just got to look at, and you got to kind of, especially with what the most recent happenings with the organization, with Fizdale's relationship with Marc Gasol in particular being put on Front Street after he decided to keep Marc Gasol benched in last night's game against the Nets, in which Marc Gasol was vocally upset about and which he was not pleased with. So you kind of just got to look at things like that and see how they might have played a role in the overall firing of Fizdale. Fizdale, he's owed $3 million on his contract for the 2018-2019 season. And the Grizzlies had a team option for him throughout the 2019-2020 season. So when you look at it now, you got to sit back and think, okay, well, a lot of people think this was a weird firing because, especially like you look at guys like LeBron James, you look at a guy like Dwayne Wade, like these guys are some of the most vocal stars in the NBA, and they. You gotta imagine these guys are as plugged in as anybody else can be. And you even see LeBron James tweeting after the firing. He says, "I need some answers. Feels like my man was a fall guy." Then you see a guy like Michael Lee tweeting, "David Fizdale firing was so stunning. I had to double check and triple check Woj's Twitter account to make sure it was legit." Adrian Wojnarowski being the most notable newsbreaker in the NBA. I then made sure it was a legit blue check. Went over to Woj's Twitter page and scrolled down again because I didn't want to be duped by a fake account. So when you look at it, you got to really see like this was really a shot to the NBA community because Fizdale was a good coach and it seemed like he had this Memphis team moving in the right direction. You see Dwayne Wade quote Woj's tweet announcing the Fizdale firing and says, "I need answers, WTF." Just showing just how lost Dwayne Wade was about the firing and how other guys have been upset about the firing. I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of just wonder what kind of direction Memphis is moving in, and if this is the time for them to start considering a rebuild, just because of the fact they haven't really been able to get their feet on the ground, and they haven't really been able to get things going since the grindhouse essentially became neutralized with the departure of Zach Randolph, and now with the multitude of injuries to guys like Mike Conley, and now you have things happening with Marc Gasol and the relationship between him and Fizdale. So you kind of got to wonder what direction this team is going in. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for tonight's show. It's been KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to KBR Sports Podcast on Rabble TV, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. That way you'll be notified whenever the KBR Sports Podcast is posted. But by following Spreaker specifically, you'll be notified whenever the podcast is streaming live. Also, don't forget to follow the KBR Sports Twitter page at KBR_sports with the live links and show topics are tweeted prior to every single show. That way you will always have easy access to find out where the show is and what will be discussed on the show. So make sure you follow the Twitter page. And don't forget that you should always comment, like, and subscribe whenever you view the podcast so we can get your thoughts and your opinions on any KBR Sports show topic that may be getting discussed, and so that your comments can be read live during the show. And so you can also pitch topics that you want to be heard or you want heard talked on the show. All right, y'all. Everybody have a great night. Hopefully everybody's going to enjoy some Monday Night Football. I know I am. All right, everybody. See you later on Wednesday.